What is up, guys? It's Conrad back with another video because I'm bored and stuck in quarantine. As some of you may know, a few years back I made a tutorial in which we built a virtual assistant using Python 2.7. Now the problem with that is that Python 2.7 is obviously now deprecated, so I decided to update the video. So basically in this video we're going to be building a Jarvis-like application. Not quite as cool as Jarvis, but you can certainly add a lot of functionality. I didn't want to go through every single API that you could possibly use because a lot of it depends on your hardware, your operating system, and stuff like that. I tried to make this tutorial open to anyone who's new with Python and wants to build a basic virtual assistant like Jarvis using Python 3. So the goal of this video wasn't just for you guys to watch my screen and copy down what I was doing and install what I was doing. What I actually did is I hadn't had the code written before I made this video. I made the code entirely from scratch, live on camera. And so because of this, you're going to see all the errors that I get. You're going to see all the problems that I get. So I hope this video is especially helpful for beginners because you'll sort of see the thought process that you should use in creating applications, making sure what to Google, what to look up, what to change in your program, and just the entire application process development methodology that I use personally. So if you're a more advanced user of Python, this tutorial probably won't be helpful to you, and you should just click the link in the description below to just use the code and run it. But if you want to see how I built this program from scratch, then go ahead and watch along. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, and without further ado, let's get started. What is up, guys? It's Conrad back with another video, and today we are going to be building a Python virtual assistant in Python 3. So some of you guys who have been on the channel for a while know that I did this a couple years back, and I want to update it for Python 3. And the real goal of this stream, of this video, is for you to see sort of what my coding process is like. So it's not going to be the traditional tutorial style. We're going to get errors along the way. We're going to try to solve problems, look stuff up on Stack Overflow. And the idea is that you're going to watch me build this application and then hopefully do so yourself. So the first thing that I want to do is I've already created a pyda.py file in my Atom text editor is access WolframAlpha. So for those of you who don't know, WolframAlpha is a website where if I just go to it here, basically you ask it something and it gives you an answer. So in that sense it's a little bit like Google, but focused on math. So like you can say like derivative of sine x. I spelled that wrong. And you see it'll just say cosine x and it'll give you like a little plot, stuff like that. You can also ask it something like, what was the weather like on June 8th, 1996 in Brooklyn, New York? And you see right here it gives you a bunch of information about the temperature. So this is obviously a really, really cool site, and basically what I was thinking is, can we use Python to access this site? And so in order to do that, what I'm going to have to do is go to the, well, first I'm going to have to sign into my already created WolframAlpha account, and then I'm going to go to my apps. I'm not going to create a new app, I'm going to use an old app. Don't try to steal my API key because this will already be deactivated by the time that you see the video. But basically, in order to access WolframAlpha, you need an API key so that you don't overload their servers. So they only give you a certain amount of access that you can use WolframAlpha at a time. So I want to use WolframAlpha in Python, so I'm just going to look up WolframAlpha Python API into Google. Okay, we see we have something on PyPy, which sort of shows you how to use all the different Python packages. And we see right here we have import WolframAlpha, and we create the client by, I'm assuming we paste our app ID into there. So I'm going to paste this in here, and instead of app ID, I'm going to create a string, and that string is going to be my API key. So copy that, paste it, and put it into here. Alright, sweet. So now we're going to go back to the WolframAlpha documentation, and it says you can send queries which return result objects. So we have result equal to client.query temperature in Washington DC on October 3rd, 2012. Okay, so let's see what that gives us. So we're just going to print result. Going to open up my terminal in Atom, and we're going to run this. Alright, so it's going to take a little while to load, but you see it gives us all this information. I'm going to expand this here. This is a lot of information. What we want for our virtual assistant to do, though, is to give us very short answers. So I'm going to go back onto the documentation. And so the result objects have pods. So I'm assuming a pod is going to be one of these elements in the list. So like IMG would be a pod. So pods have subpods, which is a specific response with plain text and some additional info. And then you can also have a query for simple pods, which have result titles, or which are marked as primary. So it sounds like here it gives you all of this information, and so if we paste this query into WolframAlpha, the site, what we'll see is that when this loads, all of this stuff is part of what's being put into here. So when we want our user to ask, okay, what was the temperature in Washington, D.C. on October 3rd, we want a specific answer. So I would say we would want this answer right here, this 70 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit, or maybe even the average, which was 75 degrees Fahrenheit. We don't necessarily need to burden the user with all this information, the graph and stuff, and that's what's taking up all the space here. If you want to do it differently, then be my guest, but when I'm implementing this, I'm just going to have it print the primary result. So in order to do that, you need to print next results.results.text. Okay. So let's see what this does. So we'll run our file again. Okay, so it says 70 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit with an average of 75 on Wednesday, October 3rd, 2012. Okay, that looks like what we want. Sweet. So we have WolframAlpha implemented. Now, what we also want is user input. And so to do the user input, I want to create this in a GUI. So I'm going to look up Python GUI. Basically what a GUI is it's a window. So I want it to pop up on the window, not on a terminal console. You type something down, it pops up right for you. So GUI programming Python wiki. This looks right. And some of these aren't going to be available on your individual system. So it says, for instance, Kiwi is a cross-platform GUI. Meaning that's going to work on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Since you guys watching all have different operating systems, I use Linux, but since you guys all have different operating systems, we're going to try this.
A few moments later.
I don't think that's the best way to go about this. Let's see, what's the simplest way to create a GUI in Python? SimpleGUI Python. Okay, here's one using Kinter or PySimpleGUI. Okay, so we just do pip install. Alright, we'll install that, and then I'm going to comment out this stuff and then put in our SimpleGUI and see what happens. Oh, oops. Okay, here we go. So we would type in our text like, weather on October 3rd. Click OK. And then it says right here what we entered. Alright, that already gets a lot of the work done for us because you see right here it is setting to a variable what we entered. So we could just take this and then put it into here. Alright. And then another cool thing, let's just, well, first let's delete all the comments and let's just touch up some of the things here. So dark amber, I wonder if they have any other themes. What are some of the other themes? Excuse me. Themes, window beautification. Here we go. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of themes. Okay. 140. That is insane. So the theme name format is that you have dark or light and then one of these colors. That's what it sounds like. So let's try, I kind of want like a dark purple. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so this looks cool. Alright, I'm going to leave it like that. You can obviously switch the theme to any of these themes that you want, but I'm just going to leave mine like that. Oops, it's my stream. So let's see, so we went dark purple. And now let me open up the application again and we'll change some of these variables. So some text on row 1, that's right here. We don't really need that. So I'll just get rid of that. Okay, enter something on row 2. We'll just say enter a command. Then we have our OK button and our cancel button. And then for window title, we'll just say PIDA. There we go. And then in here, so we already have a while true loop here, which is good because it means that the window is going to stay open until the user clicks cancel. And it's going to print you entered blank. Okay, so we want to do here instead is we want to print here, let's uncomment out all this stuff. So we have our client here. So we're gonna cut this. We're going to print the result of this, but instead of this string of text, it's going to be what the user inputs, which is value 0, the first element in the values list. And at the bottom here, going to put that in. All right, now let's try it. Okay, so open it up. Oh, unexpected indents. Where? Here we go. Enter a command. Okay, so we'll say capital of let's go with Bangladesh. Are there any Bangladeshi people who are watching this? I'd love to know. So you press OK on that, and then it says Dhaka, Bangladesh. All right, sweet. What else could we add? Ooh, I have an idea. Let's have they input a query, and then another window pops up that gives them information. Okay, yeah, that would be cool. So just looking back at this code here, if we want to create another window, we'll say, instead of printing it, we'll just create a new window. Okay, let's try open up another window with SimpleGUI. Test input via second window. Okay, this is what it looks like we need. Okay, I didn't really see any code there, so I'm just going to skip it. Window management. That's the title of this post. Oh, okay. We didn't create a new window. That's the problem.
A few moments later.
Still not working. I am stumped. What could it be? Modal pop-up windows. Okay, this is helpful. Oh, okay, so we can just do sg.popup. This is a pop-up window. Okay, let's try that instead. So get rid of all this stuff. So what we really want is a pop-up window, and then it will have this right here. Okay. Close out of it. Invalid syntax. Ah, yes, we have an extra parentheses. Okay, now let's try this. Okay, let's pick a country. Capital of Ecuador, which I believe is Quito. Yes? We'll find out. Press OK. It's thinking. Quito, in the Chincha province or state or whatever they have in Ecuador. Alright, fascinating. This is awesome, guys. So what do we want next? What if we could have Wikipedia also come up? So we'll look up Wikipedia in Python. Alright. We're going to go to PyPy once again. And Wikipedia, let's see, looking at the code, we don't need an API key. Awesome. All we need to do is just do a little pip install and then do this code right here. So pip install Wikipedia, and we need to import Wikipedia, and then you just do wikipedia.summary and the thing that you want. Okay. Oh, so it's a lot like the WolframAlpha API where it gives you a lot of information. So like the title of the article, the URL of the article, and the content. What we can do is we can do a summary and then just put it down to a couple of sentences. And we can also switch the language too. So if English isn't your guys' native language, you can switch the language pretty easily on that. Alright, so let's try it. So we're also going to want to import Wikipedia. Hold on. We'll have like import WolframAlpha, the client, import Wikipedia. Down here, and wikipedia.summary of what we want. So let's see. So if the question can't be answered by WolframAlpha, no, here's a better way to do this. WolframAlpha can answer most questions. So, but Wikipedia is going to give a longer, more distinct answer. So let's say something like well, let's see what happens if we ask Wikipedia to do something that it knows nothing about. So say wikipedia.summary random string of text that's not going to be an article, guaranteed. And then hold on, we'll say Wolfram res for Wolfram result is going to equal this. And then Wikipedia or wiki res is going to equal to this. But let's just actually set this to values, since that's what we're going to be actually inputting into the program. And so in the pop-up, we'll just set it to wiki res. So it's going to print out the wiki res by default. Window.close. Okay. So we're going to open this bad boy up. Okay. Type something random in so that Wikipedia gets thrown off. Okay. Page error. Alright. We'll take note of that. Let's see what happens if it does work. So we'll say dog. Page ID D space OG does not match any pages. Okay, that's really weird. Say car. What? The cat, I typed in car, is a domesticated species of small carnivorous mammal. Okay. That's really, really strange. Let's see what's going on here. Let's also print res. Or no, not print res, print values 0. Because I am curious. Let's say tractor. Okay, what's going on here? 17 result.text. Stop iteration. What? That is really strange. Okay, let's try it again with something else. Math. A match tool for starting a fire. Okay, wait, hold on. If we look at the title here, a match is a tool for starting a fire. I said math. Just making sure. I type in math, brings me to mathematics. Okay, so it doesn't actually bring me to math, it brings me to mathematics. So what happens if I type in mathematics? Okay. Attribute error name. Okay, so this is having to do with WolframAlpha. This isn't having to do with Wikipedia. So I'll just comment these out. That is an error that we're going to deal with later. Okay. Mathematics includes fields of study such as quantity, structure, space, and change. Okay, so that gives us the actual definition. But if we just put in math, it says a match is a tool for... Okay, that is really strange. Let's see, what is going on here? So what we could do is... So we use wikipedia.search to look through different articles. Okay. So there is no actual article named math. So when it looks up math, okay, hold on. It's looking through all of these and it somehow ends up on match. Is it like auto-correcting or something? Yeah, match is a tool for starting a fire. First sentence right there. That is really strange. Hold on, let's see. If we go to /math, it redirects to mathematics too. So it's not like an autocorrect thing. It It has to be something wrong with the actual API. There's no way. Let's try that. Math. Oh, would you look at that? So it gives us the entire page. Now, is this the page for mathematics, or is this the page for... No, this is the page for matches. Oh, snap. That's really weird. And it's also really weird how they formatted this window. Interesting. Okay, so I'm just going to quit that. Alright, y'all. I am genuinely stumped. That was a really specific counterexample. If you make the Wikipedia API, please fix this because it's like really strange. I have no idea how this could be happening. And let's just save it for later and continue coding. So, first of all, I like the summary that we had better. Let's make sentences too. Let's do that. So, if we go back, when we print something that is clearly not an article, it says wikipedia.exceptions.pageerror. So what we're going to do is also Wikipedia, in order for it to get the result, it runs faster than WolframAlpha. So we want to see if the user's query can be solved with Wikipedia, and then if not, it'll go to WolframAlpha. So we'll say try this, and then we'll say accept this, and then uncomment these bad boys, cut them, paste them into here, and let's see how that works. Okay, so I'm assuming there's not going to be a Wikipedia page for 2 plus 17. So let's see if it redirects to WolframAlpha. Oh my goodness, what? It's about a rifle, interesting. Let's see, can we resize this window better? We'll figure that out later as well. Okay, let's try something different. Integral of x squared. In mathematics, an integral, yeah, okay, we know what an integral is, but we want to try to find, okay, that is very strange. Let's just try accept, so not the page error. Okay, weather on March 4th in Providence, Rhode Island, which is the smallest state in the United States. We'll try that. Nope. Just a history of Rhode Island. Huh. So that is interesting. So it doesn't give us the Wikipedia page for Rhode Island. It gives us the history of Rhode Island Wikipedia page. Okay. Maybe it's because we brought up March 4th. This API behaves very strangely. Maybe we want to do it where WolframAlpha goes first. Maybe that's how we want to do it. And then if not, we can have Wikipedia pull it up. Let's try that instead. So it's going to make our program slower, but it's going to make it more accurate because I cannot figure out how this Wikipedia app works. Because if we go to the Wikipedia documentation, I mean, this is, okay, let's see, read the docs. Is this all they have? Oh, hold up. Fork me on GitHub. Okay, yeah, so the documentation isn't very helpful. Alright, so we're just going to put that on hold. What we're going to do is just have it default to WolframAlpha first. And then if WolframAlpha doesn't work, then we'll try Wikipedia. Sweet, alright. So pull this up. Now let's see, Rhode Island. Okay. Taking a little longer, but that's fine. Okay, wiki res is not defined. Where do we... Oh! Okay, I'm dumb. So we want... Wait, oops. Okay, so we want wiki res pop-up to be here, and then Wolfram what res pop-up to be here. All right. Okay, we'll say Rhode Island. Although come to think of it, does WolframAlpha have information on like historical stuff? I mean, they have the weather, but I'm wondering if they have definitions. Full name, State of Rhode Island and Providence Plantations, Capital Providence, Joined Union. Okay. So it looks like WolframAlpha does give us some info on this. So let's see if we look up Rhode Island. So it's saying full name, capital, join union. Is that what we really want out of it though? Because right here, automatically we can gain access to the racial makeup, college degree, all that stuff. Which would be helpful, but I'm thinking if you're just typing Rhode Island, perhaps you want to know, like you just want the Wikipedia summary. So we compare this where it just says full name, capital, whatever, to Rhode Island, state New England, see if so it tells you where it is, least populous. Okay. That I think is interesting. Alright, so I think I have a solution to this. What we're going to do is the user is going to ask questions, and from there we'll decide whether if it categorizes as something that Wikipedia should handle or something that WolframAlpha should handle. Heart's been broke so many times, I don't know what to believe. Which is really disappointing. Because I don't... Maybe we could have both. Yeah, maybe that's a better way to look at it, is just have both pop up. Give the user more information. Okay, let's just... Yeah, let's get rid of all of this, and let's just have both pop up. See, this is part of the thrill of doing programming, because, you know, sometimes you just have to scrap all your code. Alright. So basically, it's going to do both if it can do both. So it's going to try this. Well, actually, do we even need to... No, we don't even need to do that because it's just going to throw an error, I believe. So I said I wanted to make our code less redundant, and we just made it a heck of a lot less redundant. There we go. Alright, so let's see. If we type in something random, what's going to happen? Nothing's going to come up. Okay, cool. Now if we type in 3 plus 4, 3, just comes up with 6. Can we get both of the pop-ups to pop up at the same time? That'd be kind of cool. Let's try this. Let's see if we can put both information into one pop-up. Oh, it works just like that. Okay, that's awesome. So we could say something like Wolfram results, and then Wikipedia results. Add a plus here. Okay, let's try integral of x squared. Say okay, and gives us that Wikipedia result. Okay, awesome. So now that we have that done, let's add some text to speech. So we don't even have to read anything. It can just tell it to us. And first of all, what's the best text-to-speech in Python? It seems like it's this, maybe? Hold on. Let's try a couple out. Let's have some fun with this. Okay. Oopsies. Pip install Python text-to-speech x3. Okay, so this one uses like an engine. You can change the volume. You can change the voice. Interesting. Yeah, let's have some fun with these different voices. Okay, so before anything pops up at all, we're just going to paste this example text right here, see how it sounds. No such file or directory. That is disappointing. Okay. Now let's go back, see if there's something better. Oh, this one uses Google's text-to-speech, which we all know is pretty good. So let's try that instead. Oh, and this one doesn't have an engine or anything. You just... Okay, that's great. Because the engine was going to make our... See right here, we have to say engine.say, engine.run and wait. That was going to make our code complicated. Google tends to do things pretty well too, so I am optimistic. And we can even save everything to an MP3, which is kind of cool. All right. Oh, okay. So you have to save it as an MP3, and then you'd have to play it back. That's not good. There's got to be a better way to do this. Text-to-speech in Python tutorial. Okay, eSpeak. I see, so what these are doing is these are accessing the terminal to say what they need to say. Alright, interesting. Yeah, we should definitely figure out why this isn't working. I feel like that was the better one. Nope. OS error, cannot open shared. Oh, I see what they're doing here. This is doing basically the same thing as a tutorial that we just saw, where it asked the system to do the speaking itself, because usually like I know on Mac they have a default text-to-speech built in, and you can access that from the command line. So you're just using Python to access that from the command line. Okay, so if that's the case, then it looks like so all it does is it just uses these right here. So if we look at this error here, it's talking about libspeak. I don't know what that is, so I'm going to copy and paste it into Google. Okay, this person's having the same problem as me, and that's because I'm using Ubuntu and I don't have it installed. So you'll probably get a similar error on your system, and basically you just need to install a package that's going to give you text-to-speech on your computer. So you have to install something and then install a dependency because it doesn't already do it for you by default for some reason. Awesome. Alright, now let's try it. Okay, so if we run this file,
I will speak this text.
okay, that's pretty bad text-to-speech, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't want to use the Google downloading an MP3 and then playing it over again. So we're just gonna have to go with this one. Alright. So we'll cut this out. And also, let's see. So as it's popping up, we'll import the text-to-speech, we'll get the engine, and we'll say engine.say, and the engine will say the Wolfram result, and then it'll say the Wiki result, the Wikipedia result. Alright, let's try that. Hold on, let's close that over window. Alright, sweet. So we'll enter something like capital Bangladesh.
Dhaka, Bangladesh. Dhaka, DAH key or DAK Shwa, Bengali, Dhaka, pronounced stress D retroflex H hooker K, formerly known as Dhaka, is the capital and the largest city of Bangladesh. It is the 9th largest and the 6th most densely populated city in the world, with a population of 21,006,000 people in the greater Dhaka area. Dhaka is the economic, political and cultural center of Bangladesh.
Okay. So we just need to switch this so that it says it after we can see the text. There we go. So we want the pop-up window to come first so that we can at least read and say, oh wait, no, I actually don't want to listen to all this. And then close out of it if we want. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, question. First president of Peru. I believe they have a president. Alright, loading. Oh, now it's not saying anything. So if I click OK.
From February 28, 1823 to June 23, 1823. The president of Peru, Spanish. President.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so either it says it and then has it pop up, or it pops up and then it says it after you close out. We want it to do both at the same time. So I think the best way to do that, let me think. What does run and wait mean? Is there a better way to do that where we don't have to wait? It just pops up. Or maybe we could have, I don't know, y'all. What is this run and wait function doing? Wait. Alright. let's see, engine factory, interface. Oh, interesting. Maybe we could look at the voices. Integer age of the voice in years. Gender. Changing voices, changing speech rate. I feel like it already speaks pretty fast. Changing volume. So we have to do run and wait. Always. Okay, let's see. Let's see what this code is saying. Okay, that's interesting. Let's go to the examples. I see, so it's waiting for an event. Okay. What if we did gen.say? What would that do? First president of Peru. Yep, must be okay. That's what I figured, but I just wanted to double check since the pop-up works so well for other things. Let's see, the pop-up has everything that we have, but it also doesn't have the fact that, you know, when the pop-up's up, the code stops. So you can't go past. Maybe if we did engine.say this, and then engine.run and wait at the bottom. Would that work? President of Peru. We don't need to know who the first one is, just the current one. Okay, interesting.
Martin Vizcarra from March 23, 2018 to present. The President of Peru, Spanish. President del Peru, officially called the President of the Republic of Peru, Spanish. President de la República del Peru is the head of state and head of government of Peru and represents the Republic in official international matters.
That is really annoying.
Personifies the Republic of Peru, is the head of executive power, and is the supreme head of the armed forces and police of Peru.
Okay, so maybe we just want it to say the Wolfram result. How about that? And then let's see, have code run concurrently with, what is this called? The sg.popup. Yes. Pop-up program execution. Pop-up non-blocking. Okay, is that what we need? Alright, let's try this out. President of China. President of China may refer to. Oh, interesting. So we are still getting errors. Okay. So we'll still have to do the try except, I guess. We're gonna have to do it line by line is the thing. Let's try this. Let's try the wiki res first. So we'll try this and then accept, then we're gonna do the WolframAlpha. And then we're gonna do the same thing with WolframAlpha. So we're gonna try WolframAlpha and then oopsies. And then if that doesn't work, then we'll try the Wikipedia. Alright, let's see how that works out for us. The only problem that I could see here is that it would be like on the pop-up, it wouldn't know. Like if we don't have a WolframAlpha, then it's not gonna pop up. And if we, okay, so it's gonna be complicated. We'll fix that later. Okay, President of China. Okay, so there's a beautiful soup error, which means that it should go to WolframAlpha. It doesn't because WikiRes is not defined. Okay, let's just try a problem by default that I know that it'll get. So we'll say integral of x squared.
Integral x to the x equals x3/3 plus constant.
Okay, awesome. So we know that the text-to-speech part works. We just need to fix it with if WolframAlpha doesn't have a result or Wikipedia doesn't have a result. So we'll try this, and if that doesn't work, then we're going to run the WolframAlpha, and then we'll get a pop-up. Non-blocking, and we won't have to worry about Wolfram result, Wikipedia result. We'll just print the Wolfram result straight up, and we'll also do engine.say the Wolfram result. Okay, and then wait, never mind. We want to put this. We don't want to put this here. We want to put this here. There we go. And then if that's done, then so I guess what I mean is we want this to run, and then if both of them work, if both of the try statements work, then we want to run this. Well, let's fix this. This is WikiRes. WikiRes. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, I know. We could just do it again, maybe. Oh my goodness. We're so dumb. I'm so dumb. What we want to do is say try this, and then except WikiRes doesn't work. Then try without, and then except. We can do multiple except statements. So let's just do both. So try WikiRes, and then also try the Wolfram what res. Oh, let me make this code a little bit simpler so we know that we're talking about WolframAlpha. Just do this. And then engine.say just the Wolfram, and then have the Wikipedia and the Wolfram come up. So if that doesn't work, then we're going to have to say except some other error. Then we're going to just do the Wolfram. And then we're going to say except another error, then we're just going to do the Wikipedia version. Alright, and then I'll do the same thing too, where we just get rid of the res variable, save ourselves a couple lines of code. Okay, so first of all, let's see, what type of errors are we getting? We're getting a user warning for when Wikipedia doesn't know what to do, I believe. So if there's a user warning, then WolframAlpha takes over. Okay. Let's try that. So, uh-oh. What's going on here? Oh, I know. It's because it has to import Python? Is that why? Import the PyText to speech? Okay, never mind. That was just a bug. It just was really slow for some reason. So we'll say President of China. Okay, that doesn't work. So what it should have done is it should have asked, so it should have tried this, and then accept user warning. It should have just gone to WolframAlpha. Oh, disambiguation error. That's what we want. Let's try that. President of China.
Xi Jinping from March 14, 2013 to present.
All right, we got it. Awesome. So what's going to get WolframAlpha to throw us an error though? I think WolframAlpha handles everything, because if it doesn't know, it just guesses. But let's just say like integral of tan x, page ID, integral of tang does not match any pages, try another ID. So we need Wikipedia dot disambiguation error or Wikipedia dot exceptions dot page error. Okay. Integral of tan x. Wikipedia.exceptions.page error. Yeah. How do we get, so, oh, okay, I know. We have to do this individually. Okay, enter that.
Integral tan x dx equals log cos x plus constant, assuming a complex valued logarithm.
Alright, solid. Awesome. So right now what our code is saying is it's going to try Wikipedia and it's going to try WolframAlpha. If Wikipedia throws a disambiguation error or a page error, then it's just going to try WolframAlpha. If it throws another error not related to those two errors, then it's going to throw just Wikipedia at us, because we're going to assume that if it's not those two, then it's WolframAlpha that is wrong, and so we should just ask for Wikipedia. So now that we have that logic in place, let's just double check and see if we can throw Wikipedia any more errors. So if I just type something random, okay, what's the error here? Attribute error? Is that for WolframAlpha or is that for something else? Okay, so let's just look all the way back. Okay, so we call py.py index error out of range. So the exception occurred. Okay, so page error doesn't have any pages. Okay, so that's an exception. Attribute error results. So what happens if we put something random into WolframAlpha? Okay, so it has no idea either. So it looks like the only way to get rid of this is to maybe do another try and accept loop. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna have to try and accept, and then, although honestly, if you type in this, so the user runs this program, they type in this, nothing comes up. Do we want something that says error, we don't know what you understand, or is it fine if it just goes away? I don't know. But as for now, this video is already getting pretty long, but you see right here we implemented a very basic Python virtual assistant that answers our math questions, history questions, science questions. So let's just have a little fun with this. We'll say, what is the smallest planet? So I guess it's running through WolframAlpha because there's probably not a Wikipedia page for that.
Mercury 1520 miles 0.383 Earth equatorial radii.
Okay, so it even gives us the size of Mercury. I didn't say what solar system was the smallest planet. The real answer should be we don't know because we haven't explored the entire universe. But you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, so it looks like on the whole this is a pretty decent program. I would implement speech to text, but I'm worried that that's going to conflict with because I'm recording this video. Means saying something through the microphone and it going through Python and recording at the same time is going to be difficult, which is why I'm not going to implement that. I'll make sure to include links in the description below, as well as added code which has text to speech or speech to text in it, so that you just say something instead of having to type it and then the answer pops up for you. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a thumbs up down below and I'll see you in the next one. Sweet. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. As always, if you have any questions or getting any errors, please leave them down below and I'll try to get back to you. I hope that you learned a little bit more about my methodology for developing applications. You can maybe see how frustrating or even boring it is. If you want to see the full code, click the link in the description below where I have a GitHub. And if you want me to add anything to this program, for instance, the text-to-speech, or maybe integrating some system stuff with the application, also please list it down below. And if you personally added anything to this program, especially something with hardware like a drone or something, please let me know and upload a video of your own talking about how you did it, and I'll make sure to check it out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about what we did in this video, please leave them down below. Now, if I could have just one more minute of your time, I would like to tell you about a service that I've been using for over a year now called Scribd. Now, just as a side note, Scribd did not sponsor me to make this video. I just wanted to tell you about it. Put simply, Scribd is a lot like Audible, except for instead of being $15 a month, it's only $9, and instead of only having 2 audiobooks per month, you get an unlimited access to a plethora of audiobooks, ebooks, documents, and even sheet music and magazines. So for me, this was obviously a no-brainer, and right now, if you use the link in the description, you get 60 days free of Scribd, and I get 1 month if you sign up using my link. So that's why Scribd didn't officially sponsor this video. I'm just telling you about it so that I can get some free months and I can continue learning, and you can also continue learning with your 60-day free trial. So thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.